All right, everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for another episode of Speedruns from the Crypt, your bi-weekly horror hotfix. I'm your host, Dices, and today, before we begin, just for some quick updates around the GDQ news, Gamescom GDQ will be taking place from August 28th to the 30th, live in Cologne, Germany. You can visit gamescom.global for more info about the event, and check out gdq.gg/schedule/gamescom to see what runs we featured. We'll be featuring at our first European event. Anyway, today on this episode of Speedruns from the Crypt, I thought it'd be fun to do a long game. I had a couple ideas, and we're going to see that there's evil within, too. I don't know, it's the pun that gets made in the game. Anyway, I thought, hey, Evil Within 2 was at GDQ, and you saw a man zipping all around, flying all about, but the game is quite different when you're not doing that, and it can be pretty intense with all the horrors involved. So I thought, hey, why not let's take a deeper look at Evil Within 2 with Glitchless and Anima featuring Avukamu. You can take it away.
Yo, thank you, Ekdisis. What up? My name is Avukamu, and this is the Evil Within 2. And as Ek said, I recently ran this at the latest SGDQ, any percent. Because the game is on its own engine, there's a lot of flying and zipping around. But before I go any further and we start the run, if my commentator would like to introduce themselves.
Yo, what's up? I'm Ash. I was commentating on the previous control run, and I don't have any evil within me.
Oh no. All right, we'll just get into it and just start the game, and timer starts at 3, 2, 1. So our game begins as many horror games / movies do, with a cold open. Not a lot going on here. We're gonna rush into burning house in order to save our daughter. Evil Within 2 takes place years after the events of Evil Within 1. If you've never played Evil Within 1, don't worry, it's a horror game. You fight scary monsters, scary bosses, save the world, save your family, all that kind of jazz. Yeah, this is chapter 1. There are 15 chapters in this game, and
oh God, Lily!
The main speedrun categories of this board, we do skip the first 15 minutes of the game because it is very straightforward. Not a lot of scary things. There are opportunities to die and mess up the run because the run is so reset heavy in the any percent category. You opt to skip the intro.
I was gonna say, is this like a new game specific thing, or you guys just skip intro no matter what?
The intro skip was kind of determined. We recently had a couple of new runners come in last year, and they found some new skips which made the any percent even shorter. And at that point, the super mod was kind of busy with in real life stuff, and he kind of just went AFK. So I became the super mod, and at that point I decided, you know what, if we're gonna do all these new skips and glitches, why don't we save ourselves this 20-minute walk in the beginning.
Come on out.
So is there actually just not a whole lot going on here?
It's a narrative. You know, most horror games have that narrative. This is what you're dealing with, and what we're dealing with is the Evil Within 2. It's very hard to explain, but Sebastian Castellanos loses his daughter Lily in the fire, and his wife Myra, unable to accept their daughter's deaths, abandons him as well. He becomes an alcoholic. But it turns out Julie Kidman here is part of an organization where they're using this machine called STEM. It acts, if you've seen the movie The Matrix, it's a virtual reality where, if you die in real life. But Lily is actually the core of this, so we have to save her in the machine to, well, save our daughter.
Knowledge gained to build a new and vastly.
What, she's stuck in the machine?
It's one of those things. Since she's powering the machine, you can't pull her out, otherwise she dies. All that. I'm not a writer. That seems to be the trope of virtual reality machines. And anyway, this is the Evil Within 2. This is the only speedrun I know that actually has tech in the credits, and albeit it is minor tech, this does have one piece of tech for a split second. So what we're gonna do is run through the credits to the faraway house.
I'm coming, Lily.
We're gonna get a lighthouse, and then we're gonna have to change directions to a lighthouse. To hear the audio cue.
Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
So you see Sebastian getting blinded here.
Detective, we've got a call.
Short little mini stun, couple seconds down the drain. But what you can do when the light comes around the second time is you can look straight at the ground, and the lighthouse will never stun you.
Oh.
What the?
This is a very fun game to play. For those of you who aren't familiar with the studio of this, this game is written or made by Tango Gameworks. They made the Evil Within series, they made Hi-Fi Rush, and they made one other
That
game.
Tokyo one.
Oh yeah, Tokyo Ghostwire Tokyo.
Why couldn't my
And wasn't that supposed to be the sequel to this game originally?
Yeah, so fun fact, Evil Within 3 was initially, the storyboards were drawn up, but then they weren't really on board with the idea of the supernatural. They took those assets and made Tokyo Ghostwire with it.
Interesting.
Yeah. But the director of this game was very popular. He made another small indie game before this. I don't know if many of y'all heard it. It's called Resident Evil 4. So the Evil Within is Shinji Mikami's baby.
Is this the right place?
So because this is not New Game Plus, or since we're not allowed to zip, you'll notice that orange stamina bar on the left. So you're gonna see me whenever there's a section I really can't do anything about, you're gonna see me tap shift. Stamina management. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, are you tapping shift? Like, why is he running like that?
Yeah. Because otherwise he starts slowing down. We don't have access to other traversal methods yet. We're gonna get sneak really soon, and what our main stamina to avoid using stamina consumption is we're gonna be sneaking to cover because the game registers you sprinting to a cover is not you technically sprinting. So once we get the cover to cover mechanic, we will be utilizing that to conserve stamina, but until then, just tapping the shift.
Baker.
Is it like Gears of War cover, or?
Yeah. Sebastian can actually sprint from further away
Tried to block the way.
compared to a lot of your traditional sneak games, sneak behind cover games.
So what does the anima mean in the category?
It's a side boss. I thought to myself, you know what? It's a scary night. We haven't seen this game in a while. Why not get introduced to one of the scariest monsters in horror gaming in general. One of my personal favorites too, to be fair.
So how far into the run is that?
It's a side quest thing, so you will have 3 encounters with Anima, and I'll kind of explain how she affects the overworld after that. Because the Evil Within, outside the narrative, is a very open world game. There are a lot of side quests, there are a lot of other characters you can meet for upgrades, for special equipment, and whatnot. But it is a very open-ended game, unlike Control, which is open-ended but very linear.
You know what's kind of goofy? Avo, I think last time you ran this game on the hotfix, I think the movie Morbius just came out. The only reason I remember that is because he kept making the joke about the company that trapped Sebastian being called Morbius.
What was that? Shit.
That's pretty good.
So that's how I remember the last time you specifically ran this game on hotfix, at least.
Yeah. That was quite a movie. Anyway, we get introduced to the sneak mechanic here. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna see my stamina bar go up, and before we actually sneak, we're gonna cancel the sneak animation. So most of the running tech where you're not really fighting anything, just comes from stamina management. That villain up ahead is the halfway boss of this game. He unfortunately is not named Morbius. His name is Stefano Valentini. He's an artist who has the power of teleportation. Very cool boss, very annoying, kind of edgy dialogue. You know, nothing you haven't seen in a horror game.
So did you just get the cover mechanic? Is that the
Yes, with the little cutscene with Stefano stabbing the dude. This game is very scary and has a lot of dark themes, so preemptive warning, you know, a lot of these scenes are incredibly dark. If you're not comfortable, it's fine. Shinji Mikami is known for his use of occult and morbid.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
I'm just kidding.
Shit.
So far, we get.
I was gonna say, this doesn't look too far off from Alan Wake 2's opening.
Every horror game has to have that slow intro. With nothing scary happening, right?
Well, just the occult, like random occult stuff too.
Mm-hmm. That is a future boss we're gonna have to fight, but because we have no guns or weapons, we're gonna have to run right here. Yeah, this game is a lot of psychedelic trips. You'll see a lot of levels morphing. I gotta stop saying morphing because
It's morphin' time.
no, good. This is with the movie Morbius in my head. So now I'm gonna say, yeah, the boss is Morbin, levels Morbin.
So we actually ended up looking it up. Apparently, the last time we ran it on Crypt specifically was quite literally 2 months after Morbius.
Very nice.
Another small piece of tech in the intro. We're gonna walk backwards in this vent right here, and the reason is that Sebastian is gonna get jump scared and he falls backwards, but by us walking backwards, he's gonna fall forwards instead. Saves about like 3 seconds. Not even 3, honestly. That's the last we've seen of that boss. We won't see her for a while. She is one of the major bosses. That is Guardian, I believe. Now we just need to escape down this hall and proceed to the open world.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We want to be careful here because Stefano's gonna appear up ahead, and if we get hit by his knife, it is a game over cutscene. Oh no.
Like that?
Like that, yeah. Fortunately, we have a knife. We're gonna avoid that game over.
I thought you said it was. I thought you said it was a game over cutscene.
Nah. You gotta bait the viewers a little, you know.
Well, you baited me, so it works.
All right. What the fuck is going on here?
Whoa, language. So currently after that cutscene, we are in the red. So if you ever want to heal from red to caution again, you cannot be sprinting or fighting. So we're gonna walk to this. And that health is a very important resource for the speedrun, not because of health itself, but when you use any sort of health
Where were you when I needed
item, whether it's a pack or a boost or something, it'll recharge your stamina completely. So the goal of the run is to be as low HP as possible, and when you're out of stamina, use a heal. Because if you're full HP, you cannot heal, and therefore you will run out of stamina.
Lily?
Do you have that like routed perfectly, or is it kind of a vibes thing?
I think it's routed to the. There are a lot of running sections that you could choose to use it in. Most runners will use it in the same spot. Yeah, just because this is cool. This is one of the glitches we're not allowed to do. That. Don't tell anyone I did that in the glitchless run, but that is one of the glitches we are not allowed to do for this category. We are just going to be running. Whenever our stamina gets low, we could just aim for a split second and you'll see the stamina bar not really go down as long as we tap it enough.
And that's allowed in glitchless?
This is allowed in glitchless, yes, because it's not a glitch, it's a mechanic, you know, because the stamina bar thinks that you're actually fighting when you're not. A split second.
Yeah, it's like an animation reset.
Yeah. Introduce our first zombie of the game, Resident Evil 1 style.
You see it in the turnaround.
For instance, you could heal here, so you see the stamina bar go up as well. Because the less you have to aim, the better. So for a lot of the speedrun and glitchless, you're going to be wanting to run into a cutscene just out of mana. That is the goal.
Because it regenerates during the cutscenes?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Kind of like that, as you see. I don't think there's a cutscene short enough where it doesn't recharge fully.
Mobius members. Some of them are still alive.
So we're gonna need to sneak in, but because this is a speedrun, we're not sneaking in.
Everywhere.
We're gonna cover to cover here just so we have enough stamina. We're gonna hope that this guy does not jump off to the side. If he jumps off the side, he's not gonna be able to hit us. We actually do want him to hit us to lower our HP a little bit. Instead, he just jumped off to the side.
Oh fuck.
Oh, where'd he go?
All right. Hopefully that'll hold.
I'm gonna take this chair with me because it's my best buddy. Yeah, we're gonna get introduced to a new character here, Liam O'Neill. Liam O'Neill is one of the agents that's kind of trapped in here. This whole simulation's gone wrong. A lot of people. Stefano Valentini is one of the individuals who are kind of using Lily as a core.
Listen to this.
To fuel their own carb, sadistic desires to control the world.
Was that?
I think no way.
So a lot of these zombies just are their creation. It's people.
Let's pair up.
It's people losing their minds is how these zombies are created in this simulation.
So this is around where the normal, like, no intro run starts, correct?
Yes, we allow them to get one more cutscene up ahead and all this stuff on the bench as well. The reason why we access the bench there is we need to access it at least once so that we get a mobile crafting kit. And the reason why you would want to craft on the bench as opposed to not at the bench is because it takes way more resources than it would at the bench. So the game incentivizes you to use the bench whenever you're at a rest station. Should you be in trouble in combat, you can craft resources at a slightly higher cost, gunpowder
Let's
and
see
whatnot.
if I can find this signal he mentioned. Looks pretty far.
So this is the start of the open world, Evil Within 2 compared to Evil Within 1. Like I said before, it's a lot more open world. You can do a lot of quests. Most of these buildings are accessible, and it is a very good game. I recommend.
I was just thinking every time I see this game, like I have to play it at some point.
Yeah, it has aged very, very well, despite being about 10 years old at this point. But because we have a long way to go, we're just going to cover to cover.
So sorry, I did miss this. Are we in the virtual world right now?
Yes, this whole thing is inside the virtual world since chapter 1.
So that's why we went from the asylum to the open world
Yes,
area
yes.
seamlessly. Okay. So are we ducking and weaving around the enemies, or what's?
No. I'm just using it to maintain stamina.
Gotcha. So it's more about stamina management rather than like preventing enemy aggro and stuff.
Yeah. But however, I did promise Ecdysis I'm going to change up this run slightly a little bit because I'm going to do a side quest with a very, very fun enemy called Anima. This is the first Anima encounter. I'll let you guys enjoy the cinematic experience, but Anima is an enemy. The section is meant to be played as stealth. It is kind of a narrative. If she sees you or grabs you, you will die in one hit because she sucks out your soul. And this is one of my favorite boss designs in not only The Evil Within 2, but in horror gaming in general. And as a horror speedrunner, I've played a lot of these games.
What the fuck is happening?
So there is a door that is locked to our left, and we need to find a key in this little maze to escape. And how you're supposed to play this game is by sneaking, but through speedrunning, we can just kind of know where the key is, pick it up,
This might get me out of here.
and ignore Anima for the first encounter. And we do have 2 more of these encounters. The best part about this game is whenever you fight or encounter a boss,
Just imagine
the overworld changes, and each specific boss has a different thing that could happen after you fight the boss.
Was that
For Anima specifically, anytime I am in the overworld just now, Anima can appear. And you will notice this when the whole, well, it'll be painfully obvious when she does appear. I lied on painfully obvious. Yeah,
You can just randomly encounter her now.
Yep. So normally in the speedrun, you wouldn't ever encounter her because you wouldn't do this side quest. But for this run specifically, we do have the lovely benefit potentially meeting her in the open world. A little crouch here. A little second just to lose their aggro. Because we can't drag with this upcoming prompt if they're aggroed. Normally you'd have to find a bunch of clues around town to find out this final location of where your daughter is. One of them's aggroed to me. Okay, there we go.
What the?
But this is one of the later clues that you actually need to progress the story at this point.
Lily, are you here?
Yeah.
It's Dad.
So the reason why you would do Anima in the side quest is you get Sebastian's revolver from
okay.
Evil Within 1.
It's me.
Kind of an Easter egg reward. It is a stronger version of the handgun. It is a lot less accurate,
All right, calm down.
but it is a slightly stronger version of
How do I get in there?
your primary weapon.
It's Lily's doll.
There's actually a really cool glitch here. You can move a little bit during this cutscene. You know, that's not allowed in glitchless.
Lily. Oh my god, she's in trouble. Someone is chasing her. I
Is
should
that-
check out around back. See where that window comes out.
I moved inbounds. Normally you can, well, normally you wouldn't do this in any percent anymore because you just skip the section entirely. But you could actually go phase through the wall during that cutscene to go outside right here where you need to go.
No, interesting.
All right, Lily. Where did you run off to?
So to our left, we're going to be introduced to a bunch of new enemies. They're called, I call them the dogs of this game. Apparently at SGDQ, I was the only one who thought they looked like dogs. So I don't know what to call them. Quadrupedal zombie monsters, I guess.
Another signal. Good. I'm coming, sweetheart. Just hang in there.
Instead of going to the left where we're going to introduce, we're going to take the slightly scenic route where we actually skip a whole cutscene and a force encounter with these monsters. which you might think is a non-intended way, but the devs did intend that this is a side route because they give you a lot of stuff right here. Well, I'm gonna skip picking up the full aid. For safety, might as well. Then we're gonna go find out where Lily was taken in this town. Look, could you imagine if it was random? Look. Speedrun would be a lot more fun if it was random, but...
Is this a candidate for a randomizer run?
So here's the thing. This game is the only game made on this engine. It's called STEM engine. Evil Within 1 was made on ID5, and Ghostwire Tokyo was made on
Let's try this again.
Unreal 5. And STEM engine is Tango Gameworks' in-studio engine. And because of that, it has a lot of glitches that you will not see in a lot of other games. However, they decided to scrap the engine after this game because of all the complications they had, and unfortunately, because of that,
A few days old.
That's so weird that they make an engine for one game and then move on.
yeah,
It's also a complete pivot to go from id-tech to Unreal.
yeah. You will not believe how hard it was to get people to create the auto splitter for this. I've had a lot of the old reliable names in speedrunning just tell me flat out, yeah, this auto or the lie split is impossible to make for this. We finally got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it went through 5 really well-known people. There was even a time where I incentivized. I said, you know what? Whoever makes this, I'll pay you.
Thank God.
So I got someone who I still consider one of the best at creating live splits to create this game, or to create the live split. And then a week later, he gave me my money back and he said, I can't do this. I mean, just to show you how unique the engine is on its own. Anyway, here's Lily. She is in this warehouse in the middle of the map.
She must be in that warehouse. Smart.
Normally on any percent, we would teleport or we would launch ourselves to the top of the warehouse, skipping all of this. For now, gotta deal with this horde of zombies behind us. And I get a cutscene right after that? Well, that makes sense. Like I said, a lot of funky things with the engine.
Are you invincible during the cutscenes, or
No. You can get hit. This is one of those games where you can get hit during any cutscene. Or any non-in-game cutscene, as opposed to the cinematics.
Gotcha.
Lily came from upstairs. She probably crawled through here. Gotta get through. She's a brave and resourceful little girl.
For those of you who do want to get into speedrunning and don't
Gotta find her.
like glitches and or find glitches and whatever intimidating, this is a very easy speedrun to learn and get into. Like I said, unique engine. This is a very beginner-friendly speedrun, as opposed to, I think, Control game shown previously is a very difficult speedrun for a first timer. But that community is great. I know a couple people in the Control community, and they're phenomenal and handsome
I don't know anyone from that community.
and super talented at
Nice.
speedrunning.
I'll take it. Another doll. But where's Lily?
This is a shotgun. It shoots shells at things we don't like.
Does it shoot slugs or buckshot?
I don't know, actually. I don't think shotguns have different ammo types in this game.
Him. The murderer with the
Okay,
camera.
if it shoots in a cone,
Son
it's
of a bitch,
buckshot,
that's my little
probably.
girl. I was so
It shoots in a straight line.
Damn it.
Hit scan.
Calm down.
Oh, so it's slugs.
Okay, it's slugs.
No more signals.
Oh, that's how that works.
I need to find another way. Oh,
Yeah,
Neil.
slug is just a big
Not sure
metal
I can trust
ball.
him, but he wants out of here as bad as I want to find Lily.
So we're forced to walk here, but funny thing you could do with the cutscene, you don't actually have to take the ladder because Sebastian will ignore all terrain while he is on a phone call. Another psychedelic trip moment before we leave. Kind of notice that Sebastian will complete his cover-to-cover mechanic no matter what, even though there is a small cutscene tied to it. Now, this upcoming section here is my least favorite section to play in Akumu, because in Akumu, you die in one hit.
Hey,
And this section is absolutely unfair
girl.
on the Akumu, but on casual, it's not too bad.
What's Akamu?
Akumu is the hardest difficulty. It literally translates the devil or demon. RE9 has Insanity, RE3 has Inferno. Evil Within is known for their Akumu difficulties. So there are three ways to escape this place. You could either kill these three enemies. You can move you can move this to climb, or you can abuse this geometry right here. Climb out like that. Normally you would have to, you know, move that, and you wouldn't be able to move it because the enemies are pressuring you. There is a slight corner that we can grab onto. We are out of there.
Shit, lost him again. Hope I can reach O'Neill this time. O'Neill, it's Sebastian.
Can't spell avocado with Akumu. I've had people actually ask if my name came from this difficulty. Fortunately, no.
You're not that cool.
I'm not that cool. I think if for those of you who do want to challenge, I think Akumu is probably one of the hardest, if not hardest, difficulties in just horror gaming in general. I don't know. Heck, you played a lot more horror games than me, but where would you say Akumu on the Evil Within's rank for actual difficulty?
I think 1 is definitely harder than 2, though.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing certain lines of this game so many times on Akumu.
Yeah. Well, the nice part about Akumu is there's no point of healing because you just die in one hit anyway.
But people still tell you to upgrade health.
Nudge now.
You need most of, but they're we call it.
It doesn't.
Fortunate, but it's a.
Where's the
all marked? Looks like once you're in that shit.
You could have.
Maybe so, but I couldn't have given you this. The passage.
Oh, this game's got dialogue masters too?
No, I'm spamming E.
Leaks, huh?
Yeah,
Although
it's like to advance the dialogue. It's like a dialogue master.
Yeah.
Anything.
We're not cool enough to get the control wheel or mouse wheel macro. Control mouse wheel macro. I think Dying Light, if I'm not mistaken, also has a macro they use to skip conversations.
It's pretty common now between like Dying Light, Avowed, Control. There's others I'm blanking on, but I've seen it a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
It just feels like kind of a thing.
Yeah. And ultimately, a lot of these tools at the end of the day, actually, safety bottle. A lot of these tools at the end of the day are just to protect the runner's health.
Improve quality of life.
I would get on. Okay. So we're going to take the slightly scenic route away from Anima.
Sanama?
Yeah.
You have to fight her or just avoid?
You have to avoid her. You cannot physically fight her. She will just... If she sees you, she will start running towards you and suck out your soul, which is not ideal. You know, I got jump scared for a second there. I forgot that guy existed on that tree for the longest.
I think that first enemy reveal like actually got me good, but I'm gonna push to talk to.
Actually, we do have to backtrack. I do have to. It's been a while since I've done this, but I do have to pick up a very special weapon that I need for the rest of the game. It is the crossbow. So, slight detour here. I was looking at my inventory and I was thinking, don't seem to have it. I got too used to playing New Game Plus on this. Probably would have helped that I had done this on the way back from the warehouse, wouldn't you say?
If you say so.
Yeah. Crossbow's right there. So if you look at that enemy with a bunch of it's kind of acid cloud around her, that is called a lament. If she sees you, she will scream, rallying all the zombies to her, but she also drains all your stamina with that scream. Kind of important that we do not aggro her. If we do aggro her.
I haven't seen one of these in a while.
It is what it is.
Every good horror action game has a crossbow in it, right?
You would think, you know, I feel like a lot of horror games do have a crossbow in it, but then biggest IPs don't. Like, I don't remember ever seeing a crossbow in Resident Evil, Silent Hill.
RE4 has it.
Yeah?
Doesn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure RE4 has a crossbow.
That's like a mine thrower, though, isn't it? Not like a crossbow.
Did the original have or just the remake?
The remake is the only one I played.
The original, does it have a crossbow?
I'm pretty sure the original didn't.
Not, yeah.
Also, Code Veronica did.
Crossbow?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
they call it the bow gun. It's basically a crossbow, yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Yep, you fire arrows and explosive arrows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, RE6 with Ada as well. That's right. How could I forget about RE6?
Yeah.
One of the best Resident Evils. Speaking of Veronica, I hope they remake that soon. That'd be a really cool game to see on a modernized.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
Apparently, it's Q1 2027.
Whoa, they're remaking that game? Didn't know that.
Oh, no way.
Isn't it February again, or do we not know yet?
Q1 2027.
That's all we know? Okay.
Yep.
This powers up where we need to go. Enemies cannot follow us. The safe rooms.
Know what's going on.
Crossbow becomes a very important weapon throughout the speedrun because it has all these different types of bows that we're gonna utilize.
So this is the computer O'Neill was talking.
Is it like a puzzle sort of tool as well?
Yeah, it'll. For example, the electric bolt, as you just saw there, will power up a lot of uncharged stuff. A lot of future areas that you can't access for side quests and upgrades are locked behind those unpowered boxes as well.
Okay.
So a lot of times if you do want to access future side quests, you do need an electric bolt. Normally we'd have to go through here. This is not a glitch. This is intended. But we need to aim at a very specific spot. This will actually trigger this electric door from opening, which would normally have been used as a shortcut back. We're gonna use this autosave here and we're gonna reload into this autosave. And what this reloading this autosave does is this is going to be a fight all section, and reloading the autosave actually does get rid of a bunch of enemies as well in the arena itself.
Emergency lockdown procedures are currently in
This is where we see actual combat.
Disengage by tuning to the frequency on your communicator.
The first combat of the speedrun.
Emergency lockdown.
There has been shots fired, but I don't think you've been forced into anything.
Mechanics. Stand by.
Like I said, the intro skip saves a lot of
Emergency lockdown.
health,
Disengage.
mental health for the runners.
It's mental health.
Yeah.
Research ring emergency lockdown disengaged. Please wait while system reboots.
Okay, that guy was just blocking. There's a new type of enemy here. Well, not new, but we're gonna be actually fighting this type. I don't know what they're actually called, but they're like a witch in Left 4 Dead 2. They're a lot stronger, and they can shred you apart in seconds, even on casual. However, if they are disabled, for instance by an electric bolt, they will take considerably more damage. Otherwise, we would probably need about 4 shotgun shells to deal with her on this difficulty.
I hope that's it.
Oh, so that pacifies and makes them take more damage?
Yes. For that unit specifically. 90% we would go on top of the out of bounds, on top of the level, skipping this fight and the next section. Here we go. Into the sewers. One of my least favorite sections of the game. We did take a safe strat. If you guys recall me talking about the Lament earlier, the Lament is also an enemy that can one-shot you if she grabs you. However, if you have a glass bottle, you can actually break out of that one shot. Fun fact, you know that slide down the ladder? When I was running this like glitchless 6 years ago, me and this other runner did not know you could actually slide down ladders like that until a viewer told us, and we're just like, how did we not know that? We've been climbing down manually.
Just very gently, just walking, taking one step at a time.
Pretty much.
Is it just you hold shift and S or something?
No, it's Q. It's got its own weird bind for some reason.
Oh yeah, not very intuitive. Oh, we're in first person now.
Yeah, so this is a stealth section because there's flammable gas everywhere. We need to play the stealth game. However, in the speed run, we just kind of sneak cover to cover.
Oh, and you still have the cover mechanic in first person?
Yeah. It looks a little weird. You'll see like the camera kind of shift. But it's not too bad.
It kind of looks like you're like wall strafing in Quake.
Yeah.
When you do that.
The higher the FPS is, the faster that mouse will be. Also a little fun fact. Here is the Lament. We have no stamina, but we do have cover to cover, and we do need to pray here a little bit that she doesn't knock us off the spawn. Sometimes she can turbo on this difficulty as we do this puzzle.
Hopefully that did something.
Luckily, she did not decide to turbo. Oh, God. Fortunately, we have to tank that because she is in our way right there.
So does this game have like defense items or?
Yeah, that's what those glass bottles are for. Yeah. That's why I picked up the glass bottle earlier. Normally, you wouldn't lose the 1 second to pick it up. You would just kind of go for it here. But thankfully, pick that up. That is the sewer sections. We're going. So where we are now is called the Marrow. And the best analogy I can use is there are 2 different worlds, Union and the Marrow. Union, the town we were in before, and the Marrow are like, if you, oh yeah, wait, I'm not zipping. Picture I was setting up for a zip. Picture Super Mario 64. The Marrow where we are right now is Princess Peach's castle. Union is the paintings we jump into, but instead of paintings, it's different computer terminals to access a different level. And that's the easiest way to describe it.
Here it is.
The funny thing you brought up that first person there. You can actually on the latest patch, which is not the patch we speedrun on, but on the latest patch you could actually play in first person. However, it is slower because the bolt reloading animation is slower on first person than it is in third person for some reason. Like, it's not slower, it just changes, and that's why it's slower. You'll see Sebastian do this whole reload animation as opposed to here. You can just swap out the different types of bolts.
So what patch do you run on?
So
earliest or?
1.2, because 1.0 and 1.1 had a lot of crashes, but 1.2 all the glitches were. I believe Akumu was actually introduced in 1.5, which is a shame because we can't do any percent with Akumu, like a true any percent with Akumu, since all the zips and glitches are.
It's him.
How long did they update the game?
I don't know. It's been a while. I mean, this game is 10 years old, about 10 years old. But I think 1.6 was like their last patch. I could be mistaken. So one patch after the Akumu ad.
Not sure I'm ready for this. But I can't turn back now.
So we're gonna do 2 boss fights here.
You wait, asshole.
And if you guys recall the Guardian back in chapter 2, this is the Guardian fight. Ignore the Eldritch God in the sky. We don't talk about the Eldritch God in the sky.
Why does it just look like a metal iris?
Yeah, that is part of Stefano's ability. He can summon that thing. However, I don't have that much ammo, or I have not been upgrading my guns at this point. So what we're gonna do, to run away. Oh, she's just walking. I've actually had another streamer friend of mine come into my stream since I was de-rusting this the other day. You can actually run from this fight. There's a secret back way you can take. And it's important that we trigger these because it sets up these, which give us explosive bolts if we pick these up. It'll be very useful for a future boss fight. You don't hear her directly behind us, so this is good RNG. If you get bad RNG, she will be right behind you. Hopefully, she's nowhere near us and knocks off the pump. And that is the first of the 2 bosses done in City Hall.
For now, at least. Let's see if I can find out where that psycho went.
Get introduced to another dying team member here. He's gonna kind of just let us know how to turn on
Don't worry, I'm looking at this emitter.
E.
His power. You mean take this,
the emitter.
use it to turn on the emitter.
I totally remembered that.
What's it do?
The emitter in the narrative is used to weaken Stefano's power.
Wish I could have gotten more info.
Stefano's a
Don't worry.
little too strong right now with his ability to teleport everywhere. What we're gonna do is go do a couple more puzzles before we hit the second boss. You're gonna catch a glimpse of that next boss we're gonna fight up ahead. But unfortunately, this boss, unlike the Guardian, we do have to fight him. And since that registers as us having beat the Guardian, now the Guardian's passive effect will appear in the overworld. And the Guardian's passive effect is she herself can appear, she and multiple clones of herself can appear in the overworld now. And it's not an encounter thing, they're just there in the overworld now. To solve this little puzzle right here. I think this rose and necklace would help right here. Take a photo of this lovely mannequin.
This camera's so old. Must mean something.
We're gonna cheat at the puzzle solution here because we know it. Normally you'd have to walk to the end before these painting lights up, but as we know, we just have to light up all these paintings. Normally you'd have to wait about 20-30 seconds for the next trigger to appear. However, we can For some reason, in the speedrun, we can force this trigger to appear. We actually walk a little here and then interact with this. You'll hear the photo snap. That forces the trigger as opposed to waiting 20-30 seconds.
Still a cold case.
Apparently I didn't go far enough.
That's Lily. This guy's playing with me.
Oh, dead end. You see any doors here?
No. Is there supposed to be?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a door here.
Am I getting got again?
No. There's, I mean, there's supposed to be a door here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, if you play this casually, this game has a lot of cool, neat stuff that's meant to throw you off.
But what's he after?
The reason why we stand at that pillar is if you're too close to the door and still look away from it, it won't spawn.
Somehow I'm getting the first playthrough experience while watching a speedrun.
Yeah, that's what most glitchless speedruns are, if we're being fair, right? Like how to efficiently beat the game. Yeah, we're on our way through this long, winding staircase to the boss. This is kind of the walk up to it. We do have one more slightly scary scene here. Unfortunately, the mannequin I addressed, someone destroyed the display.
Camera monster?
So I'm going to explain the mechanics of this boss fight. This boss fight is on a timer, and it is 90 seconds. Obscura is going to freeze the timer by snapping pictures. And what we have to do is deal enough damage to Obscura to unfreeze the timer because he can't maintain it at a certain point. And each phase we go into Obscura with, he will become invulnerable from damage and go and stop the timer again. So it becomes a multi-phase fight of him stopping the timer, us damaging him to resume the timer, and we need the timer to get to 0. That makes sense.
Is it 90 seconds you have to kill the boss?
No. You have to let it run You have to let it get to 90 seconds. He is technically unkillable.
So the auto scroller, more or less.
A lot of fighting. So right there, and now we have to damage him to resume the timer again. However, we discovered very early on in the speed run, we don't have to get him out of phase 1.
80 seconds.
If I stand still, I will recover HP.
Very nice.
60 seconds.
There is a multi-hit. This is an RNG section. If he does a multi-hit, you are dead. But statistically, the odds of him doing the multi-hit attack are very low. Kind of acts as an insta-kill.
40 seconds.
And this is the Obscura boss fight. Obviously, the strat wouldn't work at Akumu because you would die in 1 hit. However, it just became... In Akumu, this fight is just a couple of shotgun shells and electric bolt, and then you're just playing Dead by Daylight with Obscura. Where Sebastian Castellanos is the killer and Obscura is the survivor. Oh, we just run away because if we run far enough, Obscura will try to stop the time, but because time has run out, that is the Obscura boss fight.
Sort of a boss fight.
It is a boss fight. This is the best kind of boss fight split. One you can't lose any time on. Literally.
That's true. That is the best kind of boss fight.
Great. Saved my own ass. But what am I supposed to do now? If he's gone, he didn't leave Lily here. Where did he take her? Should give Kibben an update about this. Shit. Maybe I'll get a signal outside.
We're gonna pick up a couple of gunpowders. We're gonna grab a fuse as well. We're gonna grab a couple of heals, mostly for stamina purposes. Obviously, before we go into any actual boss fights, I will heal just with the safety of the marathon.
And then they have the nerve to send me in to clean up
For
the
the, yeah,
mess.
for the marathon.
Some kind of sick joke.
Showing? Marathon? Showcase? Showcase.
Okay.
Thanks. Gotta figure out where he took her.
Real question is, when is Dead by Daylight going to add Sebastian Castellanos and Ruvik?
Not doing a very good job of hiding. It's almost as if he's taunting me. Well,
Would he be a survivor or would he be a killer?
Sebastian would be a survivor. Have you ever played Evil Within 1? They have a really, really sick villain named Ruvik. Unfortunately, you kill Ruvik at the end of Evil Within 1. I heal because there's nowhere to cover this bit.
So your worst nightmare in this game is no walls.
That is actually, unironically, probably the worst part of the speedrun.
There being no walls to run against.
I know. Can't believe I have to heal to regain stamina.
It's kind of like Call of Duty because wall strafing's the fastest tech in that game, or one of.
Oh, that's kind of cool. It does take a little, I'm sure like those games as well, it does take a little to get used to, where you have to cover, but it's one of those things that becomes second nature when you run this for a decent amount.
this must be the passage O'Neill was talking about.
Yeah, I can tell it's a kind of mechanic that you just commit to your brain and suddenly every wall's a new opportunity to go fast.
Pretty much. Here we're stair skating. No, we're not actually stair skating, even though it looks like it, but mostly to reserve
I was
stamina.
gonna say, I guess Mikami did work on this one.
Whoa.
We're gonna get introduced to a new boss here. However, we will not be fighting this boss yet. Kind of see all this ominous ectoplasm around the walls and whatnot.
Stop and listen to yourself, Myra. A secret society abducted Lily and staged her death? Do you realize how crazy?
Funny thing about this game is there are a lot of enemies that can one-shot you, even on the lowest difficulties. This monster is one of them as well.
Okay, that might be the scariest thing I've seen so far.
You didn't like the monster that was just all legs?
Good God.
Legs in the camera.
It's like Toy Story 1 horror.
Oh yeah, actually, kind of did have that already.
I gotta get the hell out of here.
So yeah, even though we're sprinting through this entire section, you'll notice that I never really have to walk because I'm cover to covering. Casually, you would probably run out of stamina if you didn't upgrade your stamina here. That is not the boss fight. You are just escaping it from now. Although it would be pretty funny if that was the entire boss fight. We're coming up onto the next level. The next level is the second half of Union
Fucking stable.
and the movie theater.
Looks like someone's enjoying the show.
We're gonna be hoping we don't see too much of the Guardian, because now the Guardian and Anima can appear in the overworld, and we're gonna have to enter the overworld shortly. But before that, we're gonna get introduced to a new character,
So there's
Kiko Hoffman.
But the only
Liam is
the big, and I think he's running.
that means we dog, but in this this is
You're
psychopath. But they don't care. Can you think of?
Yeah.
Then maybe the
I think she is, I believe she is the medic slash therapist for one of the teams that got sent in here. A very cool character. One of the more logically sound characters in this game. Most of the other characters in this game are kind of fueled by emotion and their passions.
Is that to their strength or detriment?
Unfortunately, as a horror game, it is to their detriment, as we will see in one of the bosses coming up. I say coming up later.
All right, the theater. I'm coming for you.
Damn.
Like I said, I think that a lot of the mechanics and the gameplay actually aged incredibly well for this game.
Oh yeah. Are the enemy? Is that like a random spawn, or is that enemy always there?
That enemy is always there.
Damn it.
You just don't want him hitting you while Sebastian's just talking here, you know? Just lose a lot of unnecessary HP. Because this isn't a pre-rendered cutscene, he could still technically be hitting you here.
Hard, huh? Time to put Hoffman's theory to the test.
So in any percent, we would just use this rock and go over. But unfortunately, we have to go do all the intended puzzles. We have to go find paintings across town, those two specific paintings. It is not random, although the speedrun would be actually kind of infuriating if it was random. But we're going to go to two very specific spots in town to get to those paintings. There are a lot of red herring slash faux paintings that kind of look similar but are not around town, so the game is trying to just trick you at that point.
Sounds like someone's in trouble.
So we're gonna go to the first painting right here. We're gonna have a rematch with one of the previous bosses that we actually had to fight.
So how many boss fights are in the run?
I can't count. I can't count past two.
This is art. It's just a photo.
That was a Half-Life joke. I'm not actually sure.
I'm gonna stab the shit.
I would suggest say 6 or 7.
Okay. Okay.
You're now regretting having me on.
I would like to remove my couch commentary for the remainder of my run. But anyway, this is Obscura again. Pretty much this gate is locked. We need to get a key to unlock the gate, and we need to do so without Obscura bugging us, but we're gonna manipulate his AI in a way. So what we're gonna do first is actually pick up the key here.
All right.
And before Sebastian actually stands still from the dialogue, we're gonna force Obscura to spawn there.
Maybe I can sneak by it.
So he is not in our way anymore. Because if you just run straight to the exit, he will spawn in front of you. So we pretend we are going back way. So now this should be absolutely free. Obscura hears us going through. We are safe.
Made it. Hopefully I'm done with those things for a while. Well, there it is.
There are a lot of wires that will kill you in this room.
Mission Impossible?
Want to know something funny? I didn't know. Another thing I didn't know about this run was I didn't know that a flashlight was a thing.
Hope you're right about destroying these things.
Until a viewer told me, you know, you have a flashlight, and I said, oh my goodness, I do. Amazing engine.
I was touching those isn't a failure like I thought it was.
That is the first of the 2 paintings done, and we're kind of hoping that we don't get Animud and or Guardian on our way to the second painting.
One more.
Shouldn't be too bad because there are a lot of buildings, there's a lot of cover to cover, but Anima or Guardian are very tricky to deal with in this situation.
Oh my god.
Luckily, I said it's not too bad. At least it wasn't Anima as well.
Bro, I swear some of the animation cancels. He looks like he's running in a nightmare.
I think she's behind us. I could be mistaken. Yeah, we're gonna go into this bar here for a drink. Just kidding. We're gonna go for a specific painting right here.
Let's finish this.
This part is a little bit dark and gruesome, so I understand this can make people uncomfortable.
You're becoming art.
Oh, advisory.
Part of my obscura. Flesh. Less malleable than clay. Softer than marble. It really is the perfect medium. Oh, I can't concentrate like this. A sculpture doesn't need a tongue.
Very dark scene. So if you notice at the very beginning of the game, oh, I forgot they have an axe on this difficulty there. I didn't need to pick up that axe. But anyway, what we're gonna do, an axe counts as a 1-hit kill. We're gonna get this guy in front of the door, and hopefully no one else behind us. It's us. Luckily, she's just screaming to alert the other zombies instead of actually attacking us. This part actually becomes a lot trickier on higher FPS because for some reason in this game, those tripwire hitboxes and Sebastian's hitbox become a lot larger on the higher FPS. And plus, this game does not run very well above 200 FPS. If you play this game above 200 FPS, Sebastian will go supersonic.
Is there like a max FPS rule allowed?
Yeah, we allow up to 200 for this run.
And he like actually moves faster?
I could show it in a feature section. That's not gameplay relevant. Normally we'd have to run to the theater, but I did promise you guys Anima. Oh, don't hit me. Thank you. She can enter here?
Oh my god.
I did not know she could. I am about to fight another boss. You cannot be in here.
Oh my god.
I need the prompt to interact.
Okay.
Oh!
Still there.
Oh yeah, I can't interact. Well, have you ever seen two bosses done at once? Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, good. I did not know Guardian could come in there.
That was really funny.
All right, so this is a random one. Pretty much, we're going to be using reflections for this puzzle. And this one, compared to a lot of the other things in the game, well, this one is random as well. So pretty much, we're going to have to use mirrors and reflections to see where the exit are. So as you can see, this door is locked. Then Anima is going to do an animation. It opens the door in the mirror world. Which opens the real door. And what we're gonna have to do is look in the mirror to see which door has a light, because there are a lot of mirrors in this one. So first one kind of just shows you what the puzzle's about. You need to trigger this. That's kind of funny how it magneted you back. We're gonna pick any random door to go out of. At this point, the puzzle begins. So before Anima actually spawns, we can actually kind of look
something I'm not seeing
where the door is, because we need to go look in the mirror, but you can actually look the reflection. So it is this door. I'm gonna have to do it again. I actually want to go. Where's the light? This one? I couldn't see any of the doors lighted up. So it was not that door. It is this door again.
Like you have to explore them all.
Well, no, you have to see in the mirror which door is lit up, but I can't really tell.
This is like that this is like that one puzzle in Alan Wake 2, I think. The looping hotel one.
Yeah.
Reminded me of that.
Of course. This is the only random Anima encounter. And like I said, normally in the speedrun, you would never do Anima, but thought it'd be fun to show you guys just one of the cooler side quests and enemies.
Something's wrong. Why is that thing chasing me again?
Those of you interested, Anima is supposed to represent mental anguish and paranoia. So the reason why Anima appears for Sebastian is he can't get over the events of the first game. There's going to be a time in the game after the last Anima encounter where Sebastian says, you know what? I'm over the horrific events of the first game. Wow, I cannot catch a break from this lovely lady.
I was gonna ask, like, how much of this game is psych horror?
Psych horror? A lot of the levels are. I mean, I would say there's a lot of psych horror. There's a lot of body horror.
Like well. Resident Evil 2, like on the spectrum between Resident Evil and Silent Hill, where does this fall?
Silent Hill, if it had Resident Evil gameplay?
Okay. Alright, we're doing that nightmare running thing.
He's gotta be in here somewhere.
If you don't mind, what is the time right now? I'm right.
You expect me to bend to
about 1:13.
Just like that.
Maybe 1:12.
Okay.
1:12, 1:13.
sculpt
That's
me into what I
about-
am not. What they
Yeah, okay.
created in here.
As long as it wasn't 2 hours or something.
They wasted it because they had no
Yeah.
imagination.
Usually right here is about the halfway point of the game.
Are not
Which is why I was
artists.
asking so.
They want to control me, manipulate me.
Horse walking section where we can't interact with anything until the villain finishes his
The
monologue.
power of the core.
Moving kind of fast for a walking section because your feet are sliding along the floor.
I cannot show this cutscene, even though it is a very cool cutscene.
You cannot have
So this is the walk up to the halfway boss of this game. I just want to make sure.
Oh, she's useless in your hands.
So before we actually fight Stefano Valentini, we're gonna have to deal with the Eldritch God first. And how we deal with it is in the form of a stealth section. Unfortunately, this acts as I guess the example a lot of people actually like is the Arkham Asylum Scarecrow section. If you're in the limelight too long, he will instantly one-shot you. This is the analogy people like. So obviously, we need to avoid the spotlight by being in stealth. However, if we reload this autosave, it'll reset his cycle back to the beginning, as opposed to us waiting through the cutscene initially. So what we can do for the first loop, just run straight through. His eye is way too slow for 45-year-old Sebastian Castellanos. Second lap's a little bit trickier, but pretty straightforward. You go into this corner right here, under this shadow right here, you go under here, up this far corner, and then you are done with the stealth section of this game. For this bit, rather. You know, all things considered, I'm surprised we've only run into Anima once, considering the RNG. Actually pretty good.
All right, where the fuck did you go?
A lot of resources. Obviously, this means we're gonna go fight a boss.
Come along. I'm waiting.
I do want to take a little bit of damage in this fight, so I can lower my health a little bit, but I have to be careful because some of his attacks will do a considerable amount compared to
It will be
others.
art in every sense of the word.
Yeah, because I want to be able to heal to regain my stamina, and if I'm at full HP, can't
Show
heal.
me what you've got.
That's not how it's gonna end.
Two-phase boss fight. First phase is him doing a bunch of teleporting attacks. Where he teleports is usually pseudo-random.
Art.
If you don't move, he will always appear here.
You're beginning to annoy me. You're going to regret that.
Some ammo over here.
You can't avoid me. You're beginning to annoy me. You won't save her. You won't save yourself. Smile for the camera.
Brings us to phase 2. He's gonna summon his Eldritch God friend, and his teleports are gonna be a lot more aggressive. Get up 2 quick shots here before.
Nothing left when I'm done.
Do want to take a hit here. Lower my health a little bit.
Myself. Give me your blood. Stop running! Your death is inevitable. No sense in running.
Damn it.
Composition. You
Oh, this is the worst attack. You have to actually wait.
Bleed for me. Philistine. You're going to pay for that.
That is the Safano boss fight. So yeah, one of the most major time losses once you get comfortable enough to be competitive in this run just comes from this fight, because he could do that. If you recall that teleporting knife attack where he throws the knife after teleporting a while, you could just get repeated cycles of that, and that would just lose you up to 30 seconds to a minute, as opposed to if he just teleports once to rush you. Yeah, chapter 9. Fortunately, good news is he did have our daughter, so we were able to see her. The bad news is another bad guy took our daughter. And this bad guy is the final or second to the last boss. His name is Theodore Wallace. He is kind of in the same vein, kind of acts as a major arc villain. But how this guy differs is he is sort of a fire priest cult thing. Cult deal.
I'm here to help.
So a lot of fire. A lot of the zombies now will be transformed into a new unit type called the Molten. Yeah. At this point of the game becomes a lot more linear as opposed to open world. There are still a lot of side quests you can do, but the travel is not as open world as the first half of the game. Kind of very Evil Within 1. That sense. Do need to kill these two specific guys. From here, yeah. From here, so I'm assuming the timer's at about 120, 125 right now. And any percent run, to put in perspective, you would get here 15 minutes in.
Looks like I can use.
Which, yeah, you do a lot of skips. You skip a lot of the game. We're gonna try to manipulate the enemies here. We're gonna reload this save, and if we did it correctly, because Sebastian was about to kick the door as the animation went off, this actually does. For some reason, the sound that would from us kicking the door open is reserved on the previous file, and it's kind of locked to it. So this instance, there would be a lot of zombies that get alerted to the noise, but because we reloaded the save as we kicked open the door, the sound doesn't transmit, I guess, for this playthrough. If you don't do that correctly, you do have like 10 zombies to fight here, which is slow. Nuh-uh. AI manip. Yeah. That's another fun speedrunning discussion, right? I mean, I know you've run a bunch of games. I know Ek has run a bunch of games. I've run a bunch of games, but that fine line between glitchless, no major glitchless, for every community, there's always a very heavy, heated discussion, right? On what constitutes as a glitch. Yeah.
You lost everything. Your failure to engage led to inaction, which led to despair, and despair led to...
Okay, so I guess I could show you what the game looks. This is a funny section because it's a walking section. So this is Sebastian's normal walking speed, right? Or walk speed.
You are your own downfall.
You don't only have your wife. You refuse to see.
It's all your fault.
You are a failure.
So this upcoming walk is the reason why we have people lock their max FPS on glitchless.
You hold the key to easing your torment.
And if we're being honest, lower FPS is probably better for hitboxes anyway. For any percent, we allow all of these FPS uncaps. So right here is normal running speed versus.
You cannot change your past. Go toward it. Don't. Avoid it.
That puts
Lily?
of what a lot of these sections look like. These are the new common enemies we're gonna have to fight. These guys are considerably stronger than their counterparts. The little monologue right here. Look up these items.
Became a thorn in my side. A thorn which you removed. For that, you will be rewarded.
Stefano. This guy knew him.
I have to do a puzzle here. In any percent, we would launch ourselves above. Gotta just go out of bounds and skip the cutscene. But we do have to do a puzzle. Fortunately, it's set each time. We have to turn these wheels in order to connect the puzzle. And it's one of those extremely annoying puzzles too, because it's one of those deal where some of the levers move two of them at once. And there we go. We got some fruit punch just being spilled onto the floor. Who would win in a fight, Leon Kennedy or Sebastian Castellanos? He's a detective of a police force. He's a well, to be fair, Leon was an alcoholic before he joined the police. He was supposed to join the police force, right? Something like that, I believe is the lore. Heck, am I mistaken? Is that from the bad Ari movie, or is my lore mistaken?
Until they're dead or we run out of ammo.
Pretty sure Leon was an alcoholic, so he joins the police.
Yeah, RA6.
Aim for the head. Takes less ammo.
It'll take more than that to stop me.
They're both
This is our
alcoholics.
Yeah. In a world where everyone you love is killed or turned into a bioweapon, I could see it. Anyway, this is our favorite NPC. Her name is Woman.
Stay, sucker. Looks like you've done this before.
Too many times to count.
Grab some supplies while you can. I can hear more.
No. So this is a cabin section, a literal cabin section. So what we refer to as a cabin in horror games, it is a fight all enclosed space against waves.
more on the way.
Not so bad yourself.
Shit! Everywhere!
Don't let them gang up on you.
Not today, sucker!
Pretty good cabin cycle. But we will have to pick out the ammo outside.
Hey,
One last wave.
what the hell is that noise?
Oh shit! Watch out!
Gotta wait for the iframes to end.
What are these things?
Doesn't matter. Just kill them.
I think that's the last of them. Come on, we gotta keep moving. This way.
Oh yeah, this is where it becomes an escort mission. Which is really funny. In any percent, this would be the first downtime you would actually have through the game.
The safe house isn't too far. We can talk on the way there. Come on.
As the
Take whatever you need inside.
Yeah.
I'll be out here.
So this is Esmeralda Torres, who's actually been secretly working with our wife, supposedly, to
told me to keep an eye out.
prepare, like, to come up with a plan to get our daughter out. So there are people on the outside in the organization that are using our daughter actually that want to save us, and Julie Kidman is one of them.
Mobius down for good.
This is one of those sections, as a lot of runners would say.
Wait a second.
Yep, we got time for donations.
Shit.
Let me guess.
So we could just zip around while we're waiting.
There might be another way. Come on.
Yeah, you can't do that. Whoa. Oh.
Wait, hold on. Your plan. Kidman didn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool about this game's engine as well. I put that on her.
Over here.
Well, okay, yeah, well, that's unfair, game.
Got a lift while the other one crawls through.
She will actually be in the cutscene where she will just have this bolt. You could shoot it anywhere. She will have this like electric aura around her. Which we do for New Game Plus. There's an upcoming section where she does have to run by a bunch of enemies, so you stick a bunch of shock bolts on her.
You need a break after that, old man?
And then you just
come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're telling me Kidman had a plan to take out Mobius?
Got quite the
Actually, it was
electrifying personality.
Wait, Myra? So that's why she's here.
I know it's shocking to hear, but she always amps me up with the current situation.
Don't blow your back out.
This isn't the time, Torres.
You know, you should be proud of your wife. She's compelling. She recruited me for this plan.
I don't understand.
Yeah, like I said, second half of the game's a lot more linear.
She found out they had Lily and knew the only way
You
to take her
could
down was from the
technically
inside. So she joined up and waited for
zip
the right
past her, but it doesn't do anything because you could actually get up there through a zip. They have an invisible border up there, for example.
This is a lot to take in.
I'm sure it is, but let's
Oh,
not
well.
lose focus.
There are a lot of zips you can do for the rest of the game and a lot of launches.
Of course.
But the second half of the game is so trigger dependent where the game will get soft locked. Even if you skip a whole level, you do need to have a bunch of these cutscenes, have a bunch of dialogue to actually progress the game. Which is unfortunate. I think if the second half of the game was as open-ended as the 80% speedrun is, this would actually be...
You just gonna forget about
It is one of my favorite speedruns to do, but it would be a lot more exciting.
You're a part of the plan now.
You had a lot of people glitch hunt for this.
The plan. Right. Who else was involved in this little mutiny?
Just 4 of us. Me, Kidman, Myra, and Theodore.
Theodore?
I don't like being behind her.
Father Theodore?
Father Theodore? I just call him Theodore Wallace.
Huh.
You know him?
We've met. But he doesn't want to...
So when you want to zip, you're holding W as you're crouched, and as one of his legs moves up, you want to tap the back key and the melee key at the same time. The longer you hold it, you do multiple zips.
Lily, Theodore and I were gonna get her out while Laura stayed behind to take care of Mobius. Kidman stayed outside and make sure.
I'm holding W the whole time, and as I'm holding W, I will tap S and M1. And the longer you hold it indicates usually how longer it will go. But then another thing that determines how far the zips go is FPS. So different runners have different FPS setups for a lot of the zips and skips. But usually rule of thumb is if you just don't care, you just want, if you're in a straight line and you want to get to the end, you play unlimited FPS. Every launch has a very specific FPS because you don't want to get shot off into the world. But this is the next boss we're going to be fighting. Of a flamethrower monster.
Safe house.
I wouldn't put my safe house in the open like that. It's hidden, but we've got to get past those things to get there. You see that red banner behind that building?
Yeah.
The hatch to my safe house is under it.
Okay. I'll take the lead. Stay low and keep behind me.
Right, but listen.
This is an RNG section, especially in glitchless. I am just going to have to run by everyone, and hopefully Torres doesn't fight them. The beta swing there. We're gonna put a smoke cloud down. We're gonna run through this bush. We're gonna hide behind this tree so that the monsters don't see us, and Torres makes it out. This is the best possible. Like,
well,
there are some runs where you'll see 4 Molten behind her just chasing her, and there are runs where, like this, you just get. So we are still in the marrow at this point. We're not in an actual level yet.
There's no place like home.
But at this point, we want to start the plan. We need to get all the remaining team members and commence the plan to assault Theodore Wallace's fort and try to save
So what are we
Lily.
gonna do about Theodore?
I don't know.
So what we need to do is go back to the previous places to pick up our 2 other team members. If you remember Liam O'Neill in the very beginning with the glasses, and Yukiko Hoffman, the therapist for the team.
Sebastian, where have you been? Did you find Stefano?
I did more.
Good.
She's the good.
Although Liam Neeson in this game would be improvement.
Okay. Time to get down to business. O'Neill, it's Sebastian. Come in.
No, the naked gun.
I gotta try
Liam
to find
Neeson.
him. You should stay here and get your explosives and weapons ready. I'll need your help once I locate Theodore. Is there a way into the marrow from here?
We will play it safe. Normally you can just go, but we will be taking some extra gunpowder.
I'll call you when I'm ready. Hang tough, Torres.
Got it. Good luck, Sebastian.
So we're gonna have to go pick up Yukiko first.
All right. Let's hope the marrow is still there.
You mind doing me a solid? Give me 10 seconds. There's a puzzle coming up, and I don't remember the actual solution for this puzzle. I need you to Google it for me. second electric box Evil Within 2.
Shit.
I have to know which of the 4 switches to press.
Maybe that's why.
It's all of them. I'm just kidding you. I'm messing with you.
Safe house is nearby. I should check up on her.
Where are you going? I knew it. Anyway, this is where Yukiko is. Or was.
You here?
Liam? Is that you? Liam?
Huh. O'Neill left his safe house to go to a restricted area of the Marrow? That doesn't sound like him.
Apparently Yukiko went with O'Neill to a restricted part of the Marrow. So we gotta go collect both of them. Muted.
Oh, that's my end.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, I just fixed that.
Looks like they had extra security for this place.
Oh, for those, he did actually start.
I got punked.
He did actually start Googling. Yeah. He actually did start Googling the solution. Anyway, this is the Resident Evil hallway. Kind of just a tribute to Resident Evil.
All these tanks. What's this about?
And before we go on to this boss, we have one very special individual waiting for us.
What are they doing in this lab? And why did Liam want me to meet him here? Unity 3. Check status. Entry authorized.
Huh. Can't pass through without one of those.
So, like I said, these electric boxes you can use as kind of just side quest stuff. This is a very special side quest. This is the final Anima counter. And for speedrunning purposes, this is very annoying to do. Because she is constantly changing the level around you.
Oh no. It's coming. I gotta get out of here.
So hopefully we don't die, but we might die. Let's see. As we try to go through it quickly.
No.
This is the final Anima encounter, so they go all out with this encounter. She is constantly lifting up things in a random order, changing the level. Very fun time. So we can't just be hiding forever because she will find us. We gotta cut. We're gonna reload this autosave here because we did get the autosave, fortunately for us.
Is that just an unexpected like outcome, or
no? Because she will change the level in a way before you can actually reach the exit. So there will be so in the top right corner you'll see saving, which means like you've gone through one of the obstacles. The worst case scenario, we will reload autosaves to de-aggro her. But for going fast purposes. One autosave. Oh, well, that's not fair. Another autosave here. While she's transforming the level, we will kind of okay, well, this is tragic. Since this is a maze. certain you could climb over that too. Where does this put you? Right. What is the way out from here? All right, we will play this. We'll let her change the level before we try to run out and try to determine where the exit is. Huh. Well, I needlessly... Perfect. I needlessly took the hard way. I thought she would change the level in a way that I have to go back, but nope. Pretty good cycle there. Anyway, that is wrapping up that quest. Sebastian is going to realize, hey, you know what? I am over the events of the first game.
Damn. Mobius were using me as their guinea pig. Long lasting way out? Trapped. Can't get us. Still here.
That is the Animo quest line.
Nothing changes.
Ignore those two quote-unquote deaths.
It's all my fault.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
What the hell is this?
Like I said, you would never normally see this quest line in a speedrun because this quest line is optional, but I just thought to change it up a little bit. It was kind of just cool to show off. There are a lot of other quest lines you can do in this game, so if this game does interest you, if you like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, or any of the other big IPs, I would recommend you play it. Speedrun will show like maybe 50% of what this game has to offer.
No, I'm wrong. I will get out. But without you. What was that? It felt different than the others. More real. Like something changed. I feel good.
And we do get a new gun here.
My trusty revolver. Haven't seen you in a long time.
However, it is incredibly inaccurate. Which I will say, as a criticism to the series in general, the hit registration in Evil Within 1 and Evil Within 2 are not as ideal as you'd like them to be, especially in a game where you're supposed to shoot a lot of things.
Is ammo not scarce in this game?
Ammo is reasonably scarce. I obviously, the speedrun, we route in a lot of things. Ammo is relatively scarce. I do believe there is a bottle on the way I want to pick up just for safety because we have to go buy another lament. I don't have a bottle. So the way ahead is locked until we get a microchip. Puzzle solution's always the same. It's 0128.
Okay.
If you are squeamish, look away for the next 15 seconds.
What we drawn in there for?
He's got the this employee does have a microchip in his brain, so for some reason, since we put a drill to his head, we could just reach in and take it out now.
Thank God he's already
Yeah, that's how that works for sure.
I gotta get out of this lab.
Evil Within 1 and Evil Within 2 are very, very different games in how they play. Story-wise, they're all your typical horror tropes. Gameplay-wise, they are both very different. And I know people who love both. I know people who hate one but love the other. It is a very good game. If you don't like one, perhaps try the other. We do have to wait for this door to open.
Entry authorized.
About time. Hope I
We
can
are
still
good.
catch up with Hoffman and O'Neill.
So we do have actually an incredibly the tankiest boss in the game. Up. We need to take all of our crafting materials to create these 6 explosive bolts. It probably still won't kill him in all honesty.
Voices.
But anyway, the boss fight is the flamethrower dude from earlier, who is actually O'Neill, who turned into corruption, who fell to the corruption. We're gonna sidestep that first hit. Just gonna kind of juggle him here.
That's it! I'm done playing with you!
2 more bolts and a couple of shots should kill him.
You think you're too good to fight me?
Getting too hot in here. Gotta put the flames in.
I don't know. When Leah, but he wasn't. I tried. Theodore.
Poor guy.
That's the Liam boss fight. Well, I do have a walking section here. We're gonna heal a little bit to proceed.
So you know Theodore Wallace?
Of course. He's head of recruitment.
It's essential in that fight, especially if you're full HP, you want to take that melee attack. I got hit by the flame attack earlier, but normally that melee attack would put you right above red.
You saw what he did.
And we do that obviously because, as I explained earlier, when we heal, we regain stamina.
This place apart to get his hands on her. I can't let that happen.
What is it?
I'm not totally sure, but it looks a hell of a lot like the stable field emitter. Whatever it is, O'Neill said to destroy it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I know just how. It's me. Have you?
I have.
Good.
Got it.
I'm almost ready over here. Let me know when you're good to go.
Tell me something. Is that a
Like, and it's.
I'm good to go.
I'm going to check out the equipment in the other room. Good luck, you two.
We're gonna be teleported to the next chapter.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those weird
Operation Kick Ass.
psychological transitions, you know, where the level just warps around you. This game has a lot of that. Obviously not as high production as Remedy's Control room warping, but
Okay, Torres.
we have something
Hey,
even better.
this does it pretty good. This game does it pretty good from what I've seen.
Yeah. Being 10 years old? Yeah. Here we go. The next chapter.
Go there. See if it's everything you dreamt of.
I'm over here, Dad. Hurry.
Oh God, Lily.
Since there's nothing to wall to, we'll heal here, regain our stamina. Really wall to wall that. Wall to wall this one. That guy. Safety. Because if you are not full HP, that guy will one-shot you as he tries to blow you up. However, we do have to do the safe strat here since we will die here. Since opening that gate enacts an autosave. We'll de-aggro him as the gates start to open, setting his position. You just run straight to the end here after one cover. So Theodore is trying to make us feel helpless. He's creating these images of our daughter saying horrible things to us. This one is one of my personal favorites.
Mom never gave up. Not like you. She tried to tell you.
But you were too stupid to listen.
No, this isn't right.
Myra succeeded where you failed. You refused to listen. You lost them both, and then became lost yourself.
You don't know anything about me.
Myra understood.
I would say in terms of cover to cover, this level is probably the trickiest one. You gotta get used to. You don't want to lose time getting hit by enemies facing you as well. Worst case, since we're not full, we could always just use a syringe here to regain HP and stamina, but we're gonna be tossed into a walking section right here, right as our stamina runs out.
After all this, you still want to be reunited with Lily?
These are still forced in the any percent run, right?
Yes. Although this whole level we skip by launching out of bounds. So no, the whole blood chapter. We're gonna save a little bit of time by looking at the ground so we get the light as late as possible because it forces you to walk.
Is it really
as soon as the lights turn on, which would normally be as soon as you enter the room.
Oh, so it gets you closer to her?
Yeah. So you're able to sprint a little bit closer, not walk as far.
Come on, man. Let's get you out of here.
This is my favorite section of the run after this part, because they have something called an unskippable cutscene after this next bit of gameplay. And it is a 2.5-3 minute section.
His tour is gone?
She might be dead.
Might be.
You can't let him get to you. You gotta give that son of a bitch some payback.
Sebastian? What's wrong? Are you all right? You've been working too
I was better at video game coding. I would totally just do this screen into Skyrim cutscene. But here we get
actual. This is an actual cutscene, or
well, we got a little bit of quote gameplay where I have to interact with things in the kitchen. But this is another level. We call this the Resident Evil 8 house because it has the exact same layout as the Resident Evil 8 house.
Oh, it does. I was thinking Last of Us house.
Aw, now I got sad thinking about that game. Aw.
Really?
Doesn't Last of Us 2 also have you waking up at the second floor of the
last communication
house at the end of it?
It was hidden with their files.
Don't gasp too loudly, but I have not played Evil or Last of Us 2.
I haven't either. I just watched my sister play it.
Yeah, like I said, got one more interaction and then we're gonna have a 2.5 minute unskippable cutscene. So I use this time during the run. You have to do this in any percent. You have to do this in glitchless. This cutscene exists because it loads the rest of the game.
Everything from me.
So yeah, use this time, stretch your legs, or if you like cutscenes, enjoy the cutscene. I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Wake up, Sebastian!
Like if you want to get any announcements in here too, perfect opportunity.
Yeah, let's see what I can find here.
Hoffman?
Alrighty, chats, let's see some of the GDQ announcements. Games Done Quick will be returning to PAX West from September 4th to the 7th. You can visit west.paxsite.com to learn more about the event and stay tuned for the schedule coming out in the coming weeks.
I'm sorry, Sebastian. I try to save her, but...
You can catch up on past GDQ Hotfix shows and marathons at youtube.com/gamesdonequick.
From injuries sustained in
As well, if you're watching us on YouTube, consider liking and subscribing or becoming a channel member to support GDQ.
Die like that. She was a good soldier.
And if you're ever curious on what's coming up on Hotfix or interested in running on GDQ, you can check out the week's schedule and submit your runs to be showcased at gdq.gg/hotfix.
It's all my fault. Again.
No, Sebastian. It's not your fault. Don't let him do this to you.
So, Ashley, play much of the Evil Within games?
You're right.
Never. This is like first I've seen it since Kamu's SGDQ run.
Pretty fun games.
Trying to make
I mean, I said it earlier, but every time I see this game, I think I should probably quit this at some point. This game looks really sick.
Yeah, warmed up to it quite a lot. There's a lot of cool stuff with it.
That's the problem.
What do you mean?
I picked the
I'm seeing a lot of love for it in the chat too.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
I actually told my couch if they didn't have a copy before SGDQ run, I would get them. But a lot of them did obviously have it because it does go on sale on Steam a lot, which is the primary platform usually on before it was on GOG, I believe. But yeah, this game is often on sale for very cheap. This game is very fun to play. Both Evil Withins are casually, if I replay a game, Evil Within 1 and 2 are just, I love to replay them again and again.
Even now that you like speedrun it so much,
yeah,
like it still has casual appeal. Okay.
Yes.
That speaks volumes, honestly.
I mean, yes, it has a lot of, especially glitchless. Glitchless has a lot of dead time, and any percent is very fun for the first half. Second half is a little less fun, but it's still very fun. Well,
I just mean more so like usually once I start speedrunning a game, I just can't play it again casually. Like it just doesn't hit the same.
What's going? It seems like it's becoming even more.
well, the thing is, there's so much side quests in this game. Like, let's say you're doing an all achievements run, or if you're hunting for achievements, there are a lot of things that you will never see in the speedrun, and then when you see it again, you're just like, oh, that was kind of cool. Like the Anima side quest line I did, for instance. Normally, you'd never see that in the speedrun. Hopefully, we don't blow up right here. I will be taking the gamble. Good. Oh, it's just... That's fine. We're on the outskirts, so we didn't actually take that much damage. This is the same town where we did the paintings and going into the movie theater, but now we just
it's back at the start, right?
Yeah, but now they have that huge fortress there we have to get to. Nash, I know. I promise this is the last dead section of the quote-unquote the dead section of the speedrun. It's not a dead section of the gameplay, but quote-unquote the last dead section of the speedrun. One last escort mission.
Well,
my favorite.
What is
support? It creates
house
it's
big enough?
That's the last thing.
I can't.
So the only it's the who's gonna help?
You know
of course
that.
You might want. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay.
Essentially, because we can't walk through the wall of eternal fire and whatnot, we're gonna create this portable emitter. And what Yukiko's gonna have to do is she is going to walk extremely slowly towards that building. We are going to get ambushed by a bunch of enemies while she is walking.
Trying to kill us.
Obviously, the faster we kill them, faster the section goes, but it is pretty
Here
routine.
goes nothing.
As you can tell, she walks at a glacial speed.
Just make sure to stay inside the dome. Come on.
There's also a really cool menu up ahead. I do want to show you guys. Always a fun part of the run.
Those things and follow me. I know the way.
Holy shit.
One's coming through.
I got him.
More ammo in my pouch. Take it.
Very unique engine.
It's like no other.
Literally like no other. It can spawn behind us and in front of us as well.
That's what you're here for.
Good thing. They're everywhere.
Very hard to see with all the orange. We do have to wait for them to roar as well. Otherwise, they do have iframes spawning in. So here's the menu. We got classic burger for $9.99, cheeseburger for $10.99, avocado burger $12.99, lamb chops $12.99, surf and turf for only $16.99, which I think is kind of a steal, considering a burger's $10. This game was also made during the days where burgers were normally like $6-7. So I remember looking at these prices and say, who would pay $10 for a burger? How'd the times change, huh? I don't even think you could get like a restaurant quality burger anymore for $10. How much do you pay for a burger, Ash?
I don't actually know. I want to say it's like 15 or 20 Canadian, but I'm usually ordering for 2.
Not like a McDonald's burger, like an actual like restaurant burger though.
Oh yeah, that's easily 20 plus.
Yeah.
Canadian.
When this game came out, that sign had them. I was thinking that's ridiculously expensive. Now I'm thinking, damn, what a good deal.
This is my chance to make up for
We're
what
gonna take the safety cone with us.
and all the others I helped put in STEM.
Safety is important.
I don't regret it.
Anytime I see you pushing a prop like this, I think he's gonna set up for some prop clipping shenanigans or something, and then I remember it's glitchless.
This isn't Control. Sebastian, unfortunately, is not Jesse McFadden.
Or Quantum Break has clipping tech where you like push the object around like that.
That is her name, right? Jesse McFadden, right? I believe.
Yeah, McFadden. Mm-hmm.
I put the safety cone in front of her. They are legally not allowed to attack her.
Hoffman, what's happening?
It's failing again. Come on.
Hurry up, it's getting hot in here.
Why? Oh.
So her getting hit is a massive time loss, it seems.
Yeah. Because that is all the enemies. I need to check that VOD again. I'm pretty sure my shotgun was reloaded, but then the clip empty and reloaded again?
It was empty when you swapped to it.
Was it?
I looked,
Okay.
and yeah.
I'll make him pay.
I looked, I was like, oh no, it's empty. And then
Oh, is it?
didn't
Was
know.
it? Okay. I didn't know.
After all of this, I'm the only one left.
Anyway, Yukiko's dead. Sorry. This part's a bit iffy. I'm going to actually go here. This is kind of the final area leading up to the penultimate boss of this game.
But this time it's different.
And upcoming is actually one of my favorites. Okay, this is, I'm not joking about this. The split after this is my favorite split of all of speedrunning because of how cinematic and how fun it is. It'll be a boss rush.
Damn it. You're not gonna get to me.
Like, you know, the boss rush. Would you agree it's definitely one of the coolest things probably in this game?
Yeah,
or across
nice
a lot of
callback.
games.
Pretty fun to go through it all again.
I'm not gonna spoil who's in the boss rush. I'll kind of introduce them as they come up, but it's a good time. I'm gonna reload this autosave right here. It's gonna change the positions of the enemies so that I'm able to just kind of run straight to the end. And Ash, I'm gonna show you something very fun here. Hopefully I don't get punished for this too hard. I'm gonna hit the switch and then we're gonna get a cutscene, right?
Right.
Him just hitting me in
Was
the
that
cutscene.
it, or?
No, I'm just showing you that I was getting hit in the cutscene.
Okay. Was that a callback from when I asked about that earlier?
Yeah. Oh, don't football tackle me.
Give me the power of the core.
Why does everyone want to control Union? It's not even real.
Union is better than reality. Union is formless. Their minds are connected to it.
So as we do this walk up, Ash, what's your favorite toppings on a burger?
Oh, dude, there's a local place here that'll put like an egg and an extra patty and Swiss cheese on your burger, and it's like,
ooh, fellow Swiss cheese enjoyer, I see.
With the egg, like it sounds weird to have that for dinner, but it's amazing.
Are you not a mushrooms and Swiss burger enjoyer? Mushroom and
that.
Yeah, mushroom and Swiss is always like the combo, right? That everywhere does.
Yeah, sure. What about you? What are you getting?
Like Swiss. I've actually kind of warmed up to avocado on my burgers, in all honesty. Oh, so this is actually a fun glitch. I'm actually caught in the animation of getting grabbed, so I actually do need to hit once to get out of it. But yeah.
He lost his hair. What?
Yeah. Very cool glitch. Very funny glitch. I'm actually a fan of places that put onion rings on your burger as well. Sure. But I'm extremely old-fashioned. I like lettuce, tomato, onions, all the good toppings on my burger. So this gate is timed. We do have to wait. Or we could kill these guys. They won't help the gate open any faster than any percent. Kind of clip through the wall right there. But while we wait, we're gonna do our best to make friends with these animals. The gate opens us.
I offer you one more chance to join the right side of history. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in your own tortured mind.
I'm not making any deals with you.
Ash, do you recall the split in... You don't know this split, right?
I remember this part. Like, this isn't any percent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this part from your run.
Okay. Anyway, chat, I'll introduce the bosses as they come, but there's special tech and all. I mean, except for the first one, but there's tech in all the boss fights. That's what I tell my chat whenever I do this section. Enjoy. It's incredibly cinematic. This is a boss rush of the Evil Within 1 bosses. Or a good chunk of them.
Not if I kill you first.
What makes you think this time will be any different?
I'll keep coming back until one of us is dead.
Come to me then. Let the carnage begin.
Enough of this shit! Not this time. Think this will stop me? Fuck you. Oh, shit!
Ooh. He did the rare attack. He's normally supposed to swing and sidestep it.
Holy. He's shooting a 308.
My personal favorite villain from the entire series.
The music here is so sick.
Yeah. That was the boss rush. We do have
unceremoniously cuts to a loading screen.
Yeah. So we do have a couple of arenas before the final boss. At this point, it is just a fight to the final boss. If you remember that ectoplasm monster from way back when, Ash, I think you said it was the scariest monster you've seen so far. That is actually the final boss of the game, because that monster is our wife.
What are you trying to do, Myra?
She herself has been corrupted. She's using that form to protect our daughter. Ek, I'm gonna ask you what the time is, because time will be coming up in like 8 minutes from now, actually from the second.
Looks like we're about 2:20, 2:19.
Damn it.
Close to 2:20.
Myra, where did you go?
With the animal quest line, that's actually not too bad. Well, considering I got chased in the diner for about a minute.
That was probably the best thing in this run. To be real.
Myra! Shit.
Well, it wouldn't be a GDQ run if we never said, well, that has literally never happened before.
Also, that like in the boss rush, that was the first time I've seen you use a hunting rifle, right?
Yeah. We're gonna use the rifle for the final boss as well. It's just incredibly expensive to craft. So if you recall me just picking up a bunch of ammo earlier,
Myra!
It is literally just for the final boss. These guys will regenerate if you don't damage them after a set period. However, there is usually a reliable way to kill them.
Maybe then I can get to her.
And like I said, hit registration in this game is not really a thing.
Leaves something to be desired, it seems.
Yep. No, the normal way to kill them is one shotgun shell and knocking them down. Fortunately. Oh my.
Every gun in this game has like the craziest reverb when you shoot it.
It's hard to tell since you're not playing it, but it feels really good until it doesn't hit at all. So.
No, like the sound design in this game is really, really solid from what I can tell.
Does put a damper on my final boss. I don't think I'll get this. So, unfortunately, due to a couple of those earlier shots not registering, I do have to spend what I would normally craft sniper rifle with here. So this is 3 minutes from now, Camus problem. No handgun. Oh, this is definitely a couple minutes from now, Camus problem. The final boss. Because we do have a mini boss here as well.
And you short on ammo?
Slightly.
How bad is it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't looking too good. I'll figure it out.
Please let that be the last of it.
So the final boss does spawn minions that you would normally blow up out of bounds, but because of our ammo situation, I'm gonna let them come into the arena. I can get their ammo. Dropped.
There were a lot of Wii's in this spot, I remember.
Yeah, and any percent, this would be what we call the reset launch because, well, yeah, you could either PB or lose your PB off this one launch. You would launch off that tree all the way to that house right there. Fortunately, don't have to do that. Yeah, fortunately, I don't have to do that incredibly hard trick. Unfortunately.
Oh, it is literally a desert. There's no bullets for you to find, is there?
Nope.
And you've only got one shot.
I'm gonna craft before I run into her, but
okay.
I might as well craft right now in all fairness. Or do I have 4 gunpowder? And not the ideal amount, but you can make it work.
Esmeralda is in Union and waiting for instruction.
Let's go, Myra. It's time.
Are you sure about this, Myra? Once you become
This boss has 4 phases.
Myra was
It's an incredibly telegraphed weak spot on each of them. However, the attacks are different for each phase. And this boss has a lot of iframes, so you will see that we wait for a lot of animations to complete. On top of that, once you hit a weak spot, it'll disappear into the boss will hide its weak spot for a little bit of time. So we do have to spend that time dodging attacks. I could heal. Ooh, I didn't. That sliver of HP for stamina.
Let's go.
That is our wife.
My God.
Grim.
You'll hurt her too. I won't let you.
God damn it, Myra! Stop this! Think about what you're doing!
So there's telegraph weak spot number 1.
I don't want to do this to you, Myra!
Amazing.
Did it not hit?
Well, no, it didn't hit. Didn't register. She's gonna spawn a bunch of spiders. I would normally throw an explosive bolt to destroy them on the hive, but need to stomp these little things to get their drops. Hopefully, give us something decent. I am going to pre-craft here so I have an idea of how many bullets I have left for this clip.
You can't stop me! Please, Myra! I know you're still in there! You gotta stop!
I'm gonna let these spawn spiders. It's because of the ammo situation.
Normally you'd like break the arms off or something?
Yeah, normally I would shoot the bubbles once and the enemies wouldn't spawn, but I kind of need the enemies to spawn just for the ammo.
can't escape me.
You know, like I said, hit registration in this game isn't great.
Wow, I didn't even register his foot in the spider. Unless I misread that.
Retract for a little bit. Fun little tidbit: if she does the sweeping attack on any difficulty, you could just hide in this corner and that arm will never reach you.
That looks really annoying to hit. There you go.
Yeah. On top of the hit registration, but not being amazing. One last phase.
Boom.
So now I'm going to show you one of my favorite techs in the game. I'm going to plug in my controller right here.
Okay.
So if you think about FPS games, like let's just say Apex, Marvel Rivals and whatnot, they give you, what's it called? Aim, like guidance, right?
Aim assist?
No, aim assist, but you know, it's not, sometimes some games have it worse than others, right? Where sometimes it's an aimbot, right? I am not going to change directions. I'm going to press aim shoot on this section.
Not happening. You stand down.
Security personnel report to the control room.
All right.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
Shit.
Literal aimbot if you play this with the controller.
So suddenly we're in Max Payne.
Yeah. Anyway,
this is that brief moment of time.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the finale of the run. Now that we've beaten our wife and told her that, you know, we're gonna take our daughter safety, our wife agrees to it, so we have to escape from the machine.
You maybe want to not say that again.
My bad. Sorry. Sorry.
We're not making this easy. Hang on, Sebastian.
But yeah, we're approaching the end of the game, so I'll just kind of do my shout outs right here. Yeah, this game is glitchless. It's an incredibly beginner friendly speedrun if you are looking to get into speedrunning and find a lot of glitches intimidating. Any percent's definitely a lot faster, a lot more exciting. I recently ran any percent at the last SGDQ.
All right.
And it is a fun run. It is also a fun watch. I did have a different couch at the time. But yeah, Evil Within 2, great game. You can follow me at twitch.tv/avokamu. Yeah, Ash, you want to do any shout outs?
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on. I mean, it was short notice, and I don't know anything about this game, but I really had a fun time tonight. So thank you so much for extending the invitation. Wow, this last stretch really is just hold W.
Yeah, you just gotta reach the light. But like I said, even though this was a glitchless speed run, I've maybe shown you 50% of what the game offers with all the side quests and everything you can do in the game. This game is a great game considering it's 9-10 years old at this point. But yeah, time will approach as I hit this cutscene in about 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that was The Evil Within 2. Witchless.
And now we have The Evil Within.
GG.
GG. What was
Right
the final time of that?
It was like 2:34:20.
Yeah, that's yeah, 2:34:20.
Nice. Yeah, considering with the anima side was seems about right. All right, yeah, that's my shout. Take it away.
All right. Really quick before we go, if anyone wanted to find you, where can they find you, Abu?
Twitch.tv/AvuKamu. I stream horror game. I stream horror games. I mean, the next big game I'm probably gonna run is in September. It'll probably be Control Resident or Silent Hill. So we'll see. Be a good time.
Sounds good. And I do want to say thank you both once again for being here for the run. Thank you, Abu, for the run of The Evil Within 2. As well, hope you all enjoyed this episode of Speedruns from the Crypt. We're here usually every 2 weeks, a lot of fun horror games. Hope you all had a good time. It was fun being able to see kind of more of a game that was pretty broken over at GDQ, and it's a pretty cool game all throughout, so hopefully you did enjoy that. I've been your host, Dices. Hope you all enjoy the show. If you didn't miss out on Crosshair or Speedruns from the Crypt, you can stay tuned as we replay both shows right after this. You can also tune in Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for Fast Travel, followed by Passion Project. With that being said, hopefully you have a wonderful rest of the